awesome Libby's lunch. So we're going to ask everybody to take a quick seat, and we will go through the program. All right, Lieutenant Gonzalez, I see you back there. Have a seat, brother. All right. I would like to welcome everybody to the press conference for the 2023 Bay Bridge Run. Before we even start the program, I want to wish everybody a happy Veterans Day. Let's hear it for our veterans, please. Obviously, we are blessed with an unbelievable weather day. We are also blessed with an unbelievable view of the star of the show, and that is the Bay Bridge in the Chesapeake Bay, of course, and blessed to be hosted here by Libby's Coastal Kitchen, which is a great location for this event. I want to thank Walt Petrie and his assistants, Drew and Andrew, and of course his partner, Tim McGrath. Right now, I would like to ask Walt to come up and say a few words on behalf of the Bay Bridge Marina and Libby's Coastal Kitchen.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, what a beautiful day we have. This is, we had a bald eagle flying around here about half an hour ago, and I was hoping it would land on my shoulder, just to, we just tap this thing off, because it's just an incredible day today. So I just want to thank all of the county commissioners. Jim Moran's here. I don't see any of the other commissioners, and all the county officials. Of course, the police department. And it's just a wonderful day to have everybody here and celebrate this wonderful event. And thank you for welcoming the veterans and saying something about the veterans, as we'll talk about later. But we have opened up a veterans office here for good reason, and we'll get into that more later. But I just want to welcome everybody. I see Bill Redmond over here is the general manager of Libby's, and if you have anything that you don't like, call him. Don't call me. He is the man. He's the guy that coordinates all the events we have here, and we have a lot of events, and our sales here have more than tripled since we bought this before it was Hemingway's. And there's a reason for that. People like Bill and his team, and Derek Janes, who runs the beach club and also involved in this, has a lot to do with that. So with that, I welcome all of you and turn the chair back to you, sir.
Thank you, Walt. Thanks, Walt. Sunday, sold-out field of 19,000 runners from 49 states and 6 countries. I know you're saying to yourself, 49 states? Yup, Alaska let us down. So we're going to get our best man on that one and see if we can't get somebody from Alaska at the last minute. But 6 countries as well will hit the bridge and traverse the mighty Chesapeake Bay for the Bay Bridge Run. Why is this event so special? Number one, it creates millions of dollars of economic impact for both Anne Arundel County and Queen Anne's County. Tens of thousands of dollars generated for charity every year. It's an opportunity for the community of Queen Anne's County and Anne Arundel County to come together and showcase the gem of Maryland, the Chesapeake Bay, and of course the 9th wonder of the world, our very own Bay Bridge. We're joined today by a woman whose job it is to bring great sporting events just like this one to Maryland. I would like to introduce Maryland Sports Marketing Manager, Ashley Cottrell.
Hey, thanks guys. 49 states is amazing. I love that. Economic impact is my bread and butter, as you mentioned, with sports marketing. But also just thank you for taking over this event. Funny enough, I was on the original team when this event was talked about being brought back. And I'm just really happy to see it grow and expand to what it is now with all the representation. So I'm just really excited to see it, and hopefully this weather holds for this weekend. Please. Thanks.
Thanks, Ashley. A lot of people don't realize the effort and time that goes into putting these kinds of events on. And there's meetings that happen throughout the course of the year, and there's so many people to acknowledge and thank. And I'm going to first thank James Turner and Richard Harmeo and their entire team. They're the guys that run the bridge, all right? So they do an unbelievable job for us making this happen, and they are unbelievably organized, and they're unbelievably measured in everything that they do. And a lot of times we take for granted going across that bridge. Guess what? There's a whole team of people making sure that happens. So thanks to them. We'd also like to thank Scott Hawes, Lori Morris, Debbie Hopkins, and Dr. Ciatola from Queen Anne's County Emergency Management for their preparations and providing a safe race for our runners. They'll have their entire team, as well as various jurisdictions around the state of Maryland, assisting them all along the bridge to provide a very, very safe race. Our friends from the University of Maryland, Shore Health, CEO Ken Kozel, Mary Alice, Lisa, Katie Williams, and their entire team have been providing care to runners and spectators since the event's inception. Once again, thank you for all that you do, Mary Alice. She's always there at the finish line, making sure everything goes well. Let's start at the beginning of the race, Anne Arundel County side. On Saturday, we have our packet pickup this year at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds. We typically have it at Navy, but Navy has a home football game, so we moved it to Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds, which is our very first year of doing that. It is a great showcase of this event, and it's a great prelude to the event. So some of you still participating, obviously you pick up your packets right here at Libby's today, but if you haven't done that, or for some reason you can't get over there, Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds is a great place to go check the event out and be a part of it. Next, I want to thank Kristen Peronis, Liz Joyner, and Dan Cook from Annapolis and Anne Arundel County Tourism for their support. And I'd like to introduce the marketing manager from Visit Annapolis, Ms. Brandy McKeating.
Well, thank you all for having us today. I've been given very strict instructions to thank everybody for their collaboration and their partnership on this event. As Lee mentioned, it takes a village of people to produce something like this, and Annapolis and Anne Arundel County is so proud to be a part of that. So I want to thank Ashley Cottrell and Terry Hasseltine and the Maryland Sports Commission for their sponsorship and support of this singular event. I also want to thank the Maryland Department of Commerce, Queen Anne's County, Corrigan Sports Enterprises, and of course Libby's for hosting today's luncheon, and everyone here today for helping to make this event possible. I think 19,000 runners is fantastic. I also love that I learned this nugget from Ashley that 11,000 are returning registrants. So that speaks volume to the atmosphere that the organization is creating for this race, and I think that they deserve an amazing round of applause for that. We look forward to your continued support and hope that at least some of you out there today are running in this race. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Brandy. There are a ton of people that helped coordinate this event, as I mentioned. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Brad Musgrove and our friends from Northrop Grumman, which is all the way over there, which is where the race starts, and it's the start line. Of course, our friends at the finish, the good folks from KRM Development and the Chesapeake Office Park. Thanks to Jesse Parks and Tim Buckles, who have been so supportive of us, and they just are so easy to work with. And I got to tell you, we do a lot of events around the state, around the country, and working with this group has been unbelievable pleasure for us. They make things easy for us. Special thanks goes to my main man, Paul Gibbs. I know he's back there someplace. That's the guy that he's the Cape Crusader of Annapolis PD. He's been running special events in Annapolis forever. Always great to have him on our team. Anne Arundel County Police Department, Lieutenant Wells, Corporal Grover, and I know Sergeant Louis Gonzalez is here. Where are you there, Lou? Thank you for all that you guys do. The MDTA Police Force, my main man, Major Ronce Alford, right there, Lieutenant Howe, Captain Warren, and their entire team. Thanks, Ronce. Please pass along to everybody. Maryland State Patrol, Brian Gill and Travis Nelson. Special thanks goes out to the Chadwicks. I saw Liz limping here. Where are you, Liz? There she is. She's in a boot, but she runs the Navy parking along with her husband, Chris, and they do a great job for us. As you can imagine, it's a bit of a trick getting 3,000 cars in the parking lot in a matter of an hour. So it's something, that's a trick they do, and I try not to get too involved in that. Queen Anne's County, that's next. Starts in Anne Arundel County, finishes in Queen Anne's County. Traverses this beautiful bridge. I want to thank the administrator of the county, Todd Mon. Heather Tonelli is with us today, Beth Molaski, for everything that you guys do to help pave the way. Also want to thank all the county commissioners, Phil Domino, Jack Wilson, Sergeant Myers, Sergeant Soul, and their entire team for everything that they do. This time I'd like to introduce County Commissioner Jim Moran to say a few words.
You know, I want to thank everybody for coming out today. First off, how many people here are going to be either running or walking tomorrow or Sunday? A couple of us. I haven't missed one yet. It's definitely something that stays with you forever, and once you start doing it, you can't stop doing it. So it is truly a great event for the state of Maryland, a better event for Queen Anne's County, and you know, the quality of life here. The fact that you're walking over here to where shore living begins, it just doesn't get any better. But you know, again, Queen Anne's County is looking forward to the 2023 Bridge Run. This will be Queen Anne's County's third venture with Corrigan Sports, the organizers, and we're looking forward to many, many more. Lee and his team have put together a top-notch event, working closely with Maryland Transportation Authority, and I want to thank them also. I'm part of the Bay Bridge Reconstruction Advisory Group, and this little endeavor always gets high stars and marks. So there's never any complaints, and that's what you want. I mean, that's exactly what's good for everybody. The 19,000 participants, and again, I didn't know about the 11,000 coming back. That's even better, and that's what we want. We want everybody to come across that bridge, see what this is all about, what you're looking at right now, and maybe stay a couple days. That's what it's all about. I would like to thank also all the first responders, our Sheriff's Department, MDTA Police, DNR, everybody and anybody. It takes, like they said, a village. I know when I come across, I see a different paramedic unit from all over the Eastern Shore, and that's comforting. It's good to know that, you know, that everybody's pitching in for this project. You know, walking or running over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge is a rare experience, and we again at Queen Anne's County are excited to play with that experience and those coming over. We hope all the participants take time to visit our restaurants, stay in our hotels, and know that this is where shore life begins. You know, and I would also like to talk just quickly, because this iconic picture behind us is what I live and breathe about. The deck replacement that's going on the side of the bridge that we'll be running and walking on is anywhere from a 5 to 6 year project. This is phase 1 from the false channel to the main channel. It's over $240 million to replace that deck. It's going to take approximately 2 years, and when they start, they won't stop. They'll move on to the next phase and the next phase till all that decking is replaced. And well over $1 billion. And you know, we thank MDTA for all their strides in improving the safety of the bridges, and we look forward to the new bridge when it gets here. I mean, we're in phase 2 of the NEPA. We've got at least about 3 more years before they finally get out of phase 2, which will tell you exactly where it is, what it's going to be. Is it going to be a tunnel? Is it going to be a bridge? But it's going to be the gateway to the Eastern Shore for decades, if not centuries to come. So I want to thank you again, Lee, for your top-notch organization, and look forward to many, many more. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. What happens when the runners finish crossing the bridge? Well, we have a great party. Where's Buddy? There's Buddy right there. Buddy Thomas and our friends from the Kent Island Fire Department, they do such a wonderful job hosting the party over here at the business park. I want to thank Buddy and Jody and the whole crew from the fire department who they make sure that everybody gets a nice cold beer at a reasonable price, right? And also want to thank our friends from Kelly Distributing, Bobby Kelly, who's been so supportive, and Dylan Campbell from Mick Ultra, who oversees Mick Ultra in this region. When we talked about having this event, they jumped right on board, and obviously they got a great relationship with Buddy and Jody. So thanks all of you. Also want to talk about the gear a little bit. We are blessed this year once again to have Under Armour, one of Maryland's great local companies. They've signed on to be a partner with this event for multiple years, by the way. We thank Kevin Plank, the founder, Heather Martin, and the whole team at UA for all their support. And last but not least, I want to thank a guy who's been part of the Bay Bridge Run for many, many moons. Many moons have gone by, but he is unbelievable at tying logistics together, and he can put together a mean playbook, as all the people on the public safety meeting can attest to. Our partner, Sean Ryan. Sean, give him away, please. And now, before the first runner even sets foot on the bridge, we're happy to make a few charity donations to some organizations that help make this event work, and our folks that we respect and appreciate for their endeavors. First, the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, a group that is committed to making sure the gem of Maryland, our Chesapeake Bay, stays clean. This time I'd like to introduce the Director of Development, Maggie Fritz, to say a few words and accept this check.
Hi everybody. I want to thank Corrigan Sports for their tremendous generosity in supporting the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. Thank you for having me today. It's fabulous to be here. CBF has worked tirelessly to restore and protect the health of the Bay, its tributaries, its ecosystems, and its 18 million residents for more than 50 years. Together we've made tremendous progress, but we still have a long ways to go. Saving the Bay takes all of us. Thank you for being a part of this critical work today and every day moving forward. As you make your way across the bridge this weekend, we ask that you take a moment and enjoy the view of this national treasure that we're working so hard to protect. CBF wishes the runners and everybody involved all the best of luck this weekend. Thank you for your support.
Thank you. We got to take the shot.
Awesome.
You and me are going to take
Yeah,
the shot.
love it.
That's right. You got it?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, there you go.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You got it. Thank you. All right, next up is the Chesapeake Conservancy, a group that works tirelessly on the land that surrounds the bay. I want to thank JT. Where's JT? JT Dean. He's back again. We love him. We appreciate your efforts. I'd like to introduce Chief Operating Officer EJ Amiot to say a few words and accept this check.
Thank you all. On behalf of our entire organization and our board of directors, please accept my heartfelt thanks for this generous donation. We are grateful to be one of the official charities benefiting from this incredible event. I hope to be joining you all in years to come. One of our key missions is to increase public access to the Chesapeake Bay. It is estimated that of the 12,000 miles of the Chesapeake shoreline, only 2% is accessible to the public. We want everyone to enjoy the beautiful Chesapeake. Everyone should have access to it. It's an issue of equity. We also know that people won't fight for what they haven't seen or experienced. We know that when people feel connected to the Bay, they'll be more likely to help take care of it. Our Bay Bridge Run funds will benefit our mission, including advocacy efforts to create the Chesapeake National Recreation Area, which would give the Chesapeake Bay National Park Service status and go a long way toward providing bay access for everyone. The timing of this event couldn't be better to share with everyone what we hope to accomplish with the Chesapeake National Recreation Area. This past summer, in a bipartisan effort, U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen and Representative John Sarbanes introduced the Chesapeake National Recreation Area Act, which, if passed by law, would create the Chesapeake National Recreation Area. The Chesapeake Bay, our nation's largest estuary, has been called a national treasure by multiple presidents. It has been formally recognized by the National Park Service as unquestionably nationally significant. But despite our Bay's region's amazing natural, cultural, and historic resources, the Chesapeake Bay is not represented in the national park system. If you're interested in learning more, or better yet, joining our advocacy efforts, please visit unitedforcnra.com. Our team is looking forward to running and walking this iconic race on Sunday. A special thanks to our supporters, including our team's Chesapeake champion sponsors, Beverage and Diamond and M&T Bank. We will also have staff joining us for the race. Thank you again, Corrigan Sports, for this generous donation and showcasing the Chesapeake Bay in an unforgettable way. I hope everyone has a great time on Sunday. Enjoy the race, and we hope to be back next year.
Next up, Walt alluded to this organization earlier, Queen Anne's County Veteran and Military Support Alliance. We thank you and all your members for their service to our country. I'd like to thank Maggie Thomas. I know Maggie's around here someplace. There she is. And Eric Johnson, the Executive Director, for all that they do. And I would like to introduce again, Walt Petrie is one of the founders of the organization.
This is something that's close to the heart, and for one thing, I do want to thank the county commissioners, particularly Jim Moran, former Marine, who have given us financial support in the past, and we hopefully expect them to continue doing so. So we realized that the county had a need, and I'm a Vietnam vet, and trying to get involved with the VA was very difficult for me, and it took me quite a while to get through the system with all of the phone calls and being transferred, and I finally threw my hands in the air and said, this is too complicated. So here's a fact for you. 23% of every veteran joins the VA. That's a number that's astounding to me. And why is that? Because they make it so complicated to get involved and to help you. So because of that, we opened an office here at the marina. It's called VAMSA, and it's manned, not fully the way we want it yet because we need money to man it, but we are raising money. We just got another grant approved, thanks to Maggie over here. And we have a bunch of very involved people, including Jim Moran and others, that are trying to make this work. The idea is, and I'll just read from this, we're first of all, we are grateful for you to have us here today, and let me talk about what it is we're trying to do. But our mission is to honor and assist veterans, their families in particular. So if a veteran dies, we can help his wife, we can help his children. And these are things that they're very difficult today for a veteran or their families to figure out. And so our goal is, if you have a problem, you come in and see us, we're going to fix it. We're going to find a way. We're going to make the right phone call. We're going to connect you with the right person so that you're not being transferred and being put on hold and so on and so forth with the VA. So we have a very qualified team that has put together a bunch of people to contact, including the White House, to get a hold of people. An example is we've got an 84-year-old veteran that lives here and his house is falling down. The VA wouldn't help him. Our group, VAMSA, figured out a way to help him by buying a trailer, putting it on his property, and this is a guy that served 3 tours in Vietnam. He's 84 years old, and his house is falling down. He can't get the VA to help him. So we took that over and we helped him, and these are other things that we're doing. So we've opened an office here at the marina. You'll see, we're trying to open it 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, and we're getting close to raising enough money to do that. We don't quite have enough yet, but we are open. Maggie, I don't know how many days, 2 days a week, and we're getting people walking in, and we are making contact, but we really are focused now on getting open at least 5 days and preferably 6 days a week, so that we can help everybody in the community. So I want to thank the Bay Bridge Marina for being a vital part of our journey and expressing gratitude and providing critical support to those who have served. It just so happens that Saturday is Veterans Day, so this all helped out. But if you want to donate money, we'd love to have it. Thank you for coming. Bye.
Hold on, Walt. I want to thank all those rough ones back there. They look like a street gang. They're the Corrigan Sports Enterprises team. We got Ryan back there. We got Susan Warpinski. We got Amanda. And we got TJ and Sebastian's up here taking pictures. And the rest of the crew's out there handing out shirts and bibs. So I couldn't do it without the group. And, you know, they're 16 super hardworking people. So if you see them out there, give them a high five, because guess what? They'll be out there at 4 o'clock in the morning. They'll be out there for the next 3 days setting up. And guess what? When everybody leaves, we're the guys tearing down and loading the trucks. And that's the way we like it, by the way. So if you run into them, give them a high five, please. I want to thank everybody for coming to the press conference. If you have any questions, the media has any questions,